okayfm 101.7.
Na mame nkwa na fe ye nkodi nkombo kakra na me ne mi akasa menua Larry Dogbe etiko editor edema Herald newspaper na story ni ewa ha Harry na Idrisi and Atoforsen refute GMPC Aker energy bribery meeting as a SEPA boss runs for from his 27-minute interview with the Herald. Anglari, memoachi.
I'm just beautiful.
Boko na umi na chat, and na me so tinti ya momumre mi mumbuai. Boko pa. Sa story ya eda paper yi anyway. Background no et say na ebesi saying
me chow ye tiefo GMPC transaction we GMPC ekwako borrow $1.65 billion to buy back with the friends and 2 oil blocks from Aker Energy and then AGM. And we started going to it to find out what exactly it is. Because CSOs, some of them had raised issues about, say, Adiano, Ghana, NCC Muye, as in GMPC, Nyoma also GMPC, documents be also more demanding, Omun demanding, and all that. Meanwhile, now Omunina, and almost Omukwako, Eborosika. And they started there, shame. And say, yes, Ura Kiki Papo, out that GMPC, Ebe can say, na CSOs, no, Omu Yedide. Ebi mu akwako difufu and Omuyem eka omo. Ebi mu kra abanifi and so on and all that. And see, we wanted to find out what exactly it is. And China actually said, CSO no, ebi mu kra ahead of the transaction no, GMPC the buyer no, any Aker Energy. Any the seller no omuninam and omumama amanfo sika ahead of this thing. And the besides one amuna omunya so comfortable brain and the adena Ghana ekwakoto ade if we private company na nkofo no omuda yanu no say omukonya ade no Omuninam and Omuni private company nunam and Omu Chesikama manfo. Na ye Chesikani we near order we no Ghana we no near representing Ghana no Onuninam and Omuka say friends a manfo indigestion ha manfo ebi mu didi and Omuyemo ha omu ebi mu abanifi and all that and so on.
Na some information when one na edima wo. For this narration
Kwame.
Yeah, Minya. But yes, my
Kwame. What are the mommy? So now some of the names were mentioned. And sorry. And your friend Asepa. I mean
Mensa Thompson.
This is what we are investigating. Can we talk? Or say yes, we can talk. What have you had any contact with GMPC and Aker Energy? Reluctantly, or can say I. What was the nature of the discussion between you and them? Also, Ampaomo Baye, and they interacted with him, and then after that, Omo Kono and Omo Maniska.
One more man is Casses can one find a day.
Also, Omo Baye, no. Ostia Omo, Okoni Yonku Biho, ewo airport residential area. And to Mobesiano, ewo Obo Khadija Idin. Khadija is a country manager for Aker Energy. And we Joseph Dazi, deputy chief executive, ewo GMPC. And to Mobesiano, ewo car park, and Omokasa, you need BB. Nano asem na okay, about us investing, friends, and selling our shares in this same oil blocks, no. One penny. Yeah, yakoda ya drink home, and I asked ya drink say yakoto we no back. And she yakoto at the end back, and she yabaya way yes, and she a bar, yeah, now why away, what support here. And also, oh, we just say asempa. And your more corner no man is sika. No man envelope. Obi later over the envelope no. Na 10,000 Ghana cedis na home. Na enyo no kwani CSO and other civil society organizations are.
Adabidan pa me bo.
Yeah.
A whole Mensa Thompson no.
Yeah.
A dealer who's can you say be 1 point something billion.
Yeah.
And now one more besia want to say if they are giving something to appease you in order to not for you to dilate on it again. Any 10,000 cities.
Okay. Yeah, I understand that. I know the import of the question. But I can say at the time no call him who said GMPC Baba BBT testing. And see on contact now.
Opani, my question. Obia Beshia Larry Dogbe.
Yes, sir.
Nipa Krono 1 year for the Christmas of a South. For the Christmas of a South.
Okay.
And to see how we na I say Larry, would you 10,000? What brand new no no unya maybe a man would you actually me no be this. And then you take it and then go away. How?
Yeah. Yeah, I stand okay. Stand okay. Also later I'll dream hono na later and son I'll just can we now amount for call you know. Later, and I'll be standing home as a garden and conform with money number or Jessica. But but you didn't return the money. Indeed, Kwame, or describe it as they gave me something small. Baby Kakra. So clearly the person knew what exactly was happening. But ABS on him said at the end of the year 1.6 billion dollars. Maybe he would have asked for more money. And answer he would have rejected it and then demanded more money.
Dear, okay.
Yeah.
Picture be actually me say any certain CSOs no. They are there to chop.
Many say and no one na man is Sikano.
I'm a question no.
No man 10,000 Ghana cedis. Duncan Amwa, Kopek, me friend. Or see a man 30,000 Ghana cedis. Now I know no and see amount for I mean as in Kofobe Bray.
Duncan was say on yes one day.
Oh no, yes, or man. Also, your man 10,000 Ghana cedis. Now, on no meeting, no, a way na facilitate Evans Mensa. Joy FM. On no facilitate some meeting.
Eddie Mawano, Duncan one is on your day.
On also see a demand ahead of the transaction. A Beko Parliament, you know. On also see at the time on this kind of brand, no, now on no crowd, him say, BB say, Koso.
Oh, nice when you say me, Fred and Kamu be and I'm say, what the or these certain platforms, no, an agenda, you know, some Giniska.
Well, or can say, I mean, the interaction, or can say, your friends, say, cannot cry envelope, no cry at the horses, you are not say, Bisana, or bet me, you can appear.
Let me batch out, not just say, a do baby, yen CSOs now, on one may muno, a do baby, they are sometimes subjective on certain matters because maybe monies have robbed hands.
It is obvious too. That is what is surprising. Ora to force and any Ora Haruna Idris were minority leader. They are rather threatening the herald. Say, listen, apologize to us and then let's go. They are not interested in knowing why would the buyer and I said all on behalf of the state, okay, any private company no any nam private company no auto ade na ma no on any nam and almost they should be interested if indeed the commitment and I said the resolve is to fight corruption. What is even striking is that they belong to a party that believes in probity and accountability. NDC motto. So you need to believe in what that mantra and I said that motto and want to just fight it. So they should rather be calling and say, oh, listen, we have heard this particular thing said ahead of our general parliament, way also. Don't threaten Larry Dogbe. Don't threaten Herald. Don't threaten journalists not the assembly bias.
Larry,
yeah, okay.
Mami we are there way. Wunya story no. Wadaruma o contact say Honorable Haruna Idrisu ne Honorable Keza to force him for their side of the story or their response.
You see, let me tell you something. We had I'll answer you in a way. It's a running story. First of all, secondly, it's where Mensa Thompson. I'm sure you have interviewed him before.
Baby.
Do you have any reason to believe, Sabi, Nadrimu Kano?
Oh, there be any
Thank
reason.
you. Duncan Amwa, do you feel, have you had any doubts about his level of intelligence?
No.
Thank you. And so if these people are saying the meetings were arranged, they arranged meeting. Whatever happened after the meeting, it is. I mean, that is not your problem. Is that it? We'll say, oh, Kwame, we company A Bao and Chomo Ba Chiomo Larry Dogbe, and I said company A Ba Omo Ba Chiomo. So Omo Banas Omo Mami Sika. It is you didn't tell them to come and give me money, did you?
No.
Thank you. So, but if this is what had happened, Haruna Idrisu should be minded. Say, and to me arranging meeting no mamono when namoko ye. Namunya sikano ohina JMPC nya sikano ohina omochichesa. You would want to find out what they went to do. You don't threaten, the person who is telling you said this is what had happened.
And then Honorable Haruna Idrisu was seeking for retraction of the story. As at last Friday, me who said the crack be crab. Retraction why?
Retraction, no. I don't know whether you are following what I'm saying.
It's your Paminia.
Okay. I'm saying that are they minded to, investigate this corrupt act? And I said just apologize and go away.
I don't see a point too.
Are they minded to investigate this thing? And I'm saying that they belong to a party that believes in probity and accountability. Are they minded to investigate this particular matter where the buyer and then the seller is moving about? Now, Kwame, interesting is that as soon as that story came out, the minority issue statement described the transaction as hyper-inflated. Or more inflated, and yet, at the end, saying I also Montono. And I said GMPC and that it is inflated. And it's not just inflated, hyper-inflated. They have issued a statement. And at what point did they get to that? At what point did they get to that position? Is it after the story? Or they had always believed that the thing has been inflated? They are demanding that due diligence is done on the thing. Appraisal should be made so that we know the extent to which this thing has been hyper-inflated. And, I mean, the same people are pushing the Herald to apologize. Apologize for what? Just apologize and go. Just apologize and go, or else we'll take you to court. Service. Court, a month away, a place of record. We could put these records before them. We could put the interview before them.
Okay.
We'll say, yes, we are arranging meeting. That was it. But whatever happened after the meeting, that you have, and I said, what happened during the meeting? Sabi, only more here.
Me pacha woni ayi obi ti se Copec and I say woni Mensa Thompson komudie mu no. Wo mu di be pie mu say as having facilitated for that money e dey ma wo mu.
Mensa Thompson and e catch me say ora Haruna Idrisu, any Ura to forcing, Omuna, Omuye, Omu Freno, say buy an in seller, no buy an in this case, GMPC. And the GMPC for with Aker Energy, they want to see you, Mensa Thompson. And so when they come, listen to them. When they came, they spoke to him at a car park. And when they were leaving, they gave him 10,000 Ghana cedis. Now, in the case of Duncan Amwa, or see Evans Mensa and a friend said, listen, these people would like to come and see you. And he came with these people. And then when they were leaving, one woman weighed 30,000 Ghana cedis. That was what happened. So, when a ball, Asepa, a ball, Haruna Idrisu, anyway, at the force in a ding, someone facilitating meeting. In this other instance, in the case of Duncan, it was way or ball, Ivan Spencer, or Joy FM, as the one who facilitated the meeting.
Oh, Ivan Spencer, oh, Jessica, oh, maybe.
Uncle also BGB. Yes, the journalist, the bridge.
Ah!
Oh, one, Broby.
Debbie. But John life, and you also Mensa Thompson, Yakoma Yonko, 300, near bro 100. I don't move a Eli Biana.
And yes, we Duncan cried or say Ebiana, Steve Mantia or the he's speaking about it in support of the transaction on behalf of GMPC, Ebiano, when you be brave. What he was even worried. So almost brand 30,000 or some boosting 30,000 Ghana cedis. But I know the ending. I said, I mean, you're my way in our costo, and now who's the Duncan Amua? What do you make a say? Oh, fine. Who can say she can't cry at the whole and see? Yeah, he can.
Private in Como being with you, so no, but can out say.
What's it?
So we private in Como, can only any would you?
No, it is not private. Meaning, I'm a friend.
Okay, on the issue.
Listen, I mean, Otie Mensa Thompson, I introduced myself as so, and that we are following up on this information. We are investigating this matter, the transaction between so, and then who was tape, no?
I don't have.
Hello?
Me but you send me say we are.
Oh, well, I think a lot of your guys, have it in the house.
And but so I'll send you the mommy. Guys, from your bad, we no may be free.
So, and yes, a private conversation,
okay.
On that particular way, near part one, now you're releasing, or can I say, is it what near Commona Aker for no, any GMP to phone there are two parts. There's the official part, and there's unofficial part. And so it is. We went in search of an information, and then come on, say, oh, Charlie, Larry, bit you, and one more bread, and so on. I say, yes, beer bar, and I said, top bar, and all can't track. I called him, or I called them, and they spoke to me. I had introduced myself, so I'm following up on, so, and then I'm following up on certain reports that I had. Said CSO knows the Akwako Jessica. Okay? And then that is why some of them are not talking. I was following up on the way, say, Ora Keke Sapon, Abba Bekanse, Ebimwe Didi, and now Omuyema Kaumo, Ebimukra Abanifi, Ebimwe Didi, and Omuye Didi. Omuko ni fie koye den. Omu Johnny Ben omo baen. And I said Jeben and Komo Ben also. Okay? And so that was what we were following up. And they said the impression is being given. It said the person spoke to you in private, said Omo Brain and now Wakwako publish it. No, we sought to investigate an act of corruption. Where a state institution was going to buy, was going to do a transaction on behalf of the Ghanaian people, okay, who had given them a certain position to hold in trust for us, okay, and then they are moving about with a private company that they are supposed to do transaction with. They are moving with them and giving money to people not to talk, giving money to people to fill their mouths and so on. That is what we are investigating. And so if, Haruna Idrisu and Asatu Forsen, they are, committed towards the fight against corruption. They are committed towards the fight against corruption now. Okay? I mean, they shouldn't be threatening us with their lawyers. They shouldn't be threatening us with their friends in court and all that and so on. Bruh, but just part one. I'm sure you
okayfm
say, Ghana no enemy.
101.7.
Ghana no enemy. That is what we need to be looking at, and not threatening Larry Dogbe and all that. Anybody can threaten, but there's a court, and when you go to the court, we can put it before them. But here at Seminole, when we can, and indeed, after that publication, the minority has issued a statement describing the transaction as hyperinflated.
Okay.
At what stage did they come to that position?
Larry, mami fa unsi amini say running story. Ye be sa baso ne di ho kamo pa na emom se CSO so no. No kura se mo no dede amu ye nyina no kofi o dia. Ye ne mo betena pa.
Well, we should the corruption fight, and it is not just a government that should fight it. Wherever you are as a journalist, you have to fight it. If you are for a CSO, fight it and be committed in that fight. If you're a parliamentarian, be committed towards the fight. You can't be picking and choosing as to when you want to fight it and so on. Nobody has said Haruna Idrisu led these people to go and collect money, and as Omo Bre Haruna Idrisu figure. But then, Mensan Thompson, can't player, and he's on record that Haruna Idrisu near to Forsen arranging meeting B. And that he availed himself, and when these people came, they gave him money ahead of the transaction. Why would you give money?
That is it.
Why would you give money? And now, Mr. Gege Sapon say, a man for a banifie, a bimo didi, and omuye didi, a bimo are having indigestion, a bimo they are just pure noise makers and so on.
And what kind of way?
Okay, but we didn't know. I think didn't know we. Peace FM when he was interviewed by Sifakai, and then I think all the interviews he granted I think Joy FM where he said they are noise makers. I think on Peace FM so I can say a man for a banifie, one only one a banifie. And where is the point of departure? What was the nature
now
of the
my
discussion?
question here, $1 million question here is that obi a we a public officer etna afidie so ka say my man nipa bi bribe edidi amen my mo musika mo edidi amen no amo kra they are suffering from their ben wan indigestion sika no di ma so mo nya den edi sika ba me ba to wan kan say wa mo bribe but was wo mo benefit edidi amen
that is what he said. What's someone benefit?
Oh ba ebia ya aduane ne odi ma wo mo nya sika.
Well, anything no mo ye dede no.
Because ebia who say like obi say keke sapon say no ni fie aduane bebre wo ho fried rice.
Wa ko hoda.
There be nkofo keka.
One anyone can tell.
Who is that? Me who ni da?
Who's it?
Me who ni da? So what say me ni.
Oh, okay.
Me nim ni da ni pedua kura me nim ni da.
Okay. Okay.
Na but e ni fie aduane e ho na e de. Ani nkofo.
Yes, I'm out for did you. Only maybe mom with you.
And yeah, say me say your restaurant you say your choba there me ni.
We can't pick and choose when we need to fight corruption.
Okay.
Why? We can't pick and choose, who is involved, and so we are not interested. But it is quite significant that after this story, the minority had come and said that the deal is hyperinflated and that they are demanding due diligence to be done. They are demanding some some documents, some verifications. And so
on. Story we know.
Yeah.
Yeah, kopim. Say, if you ask best say.
okayfm.
In any way, in your courts maybe what will happen in the court, people will not appreciate it. Why didn't do public hearings so that I could put whatever it is that I have across and let Ghanaians judge?
Medas no pay minua.
Minua Medas.
That's Larry Dogbe, editor, the Herald newspaper, the NHK, okay, 101.7.
OKFM 101.7.